Hey Gabe, did we get the shot?
Hi, I'm Frank Sparling Jr. and welcome to the Summit Motors 4x4 YouTube channel. We're a small family-owned and operated shop up in Monroe, Washington. If you guys want to come check us out, I'll put the address here, and then also our social media pages. You know, be sure to come check us out. We cater to most make and models of 4x4, offering custom fabrication, bolt-on mods, just over-the-counter stuff. Yeah, we just started out in April, and we're pretty excited to kind of get into this and bring you guys more content through YouTube. And kind of our first video was it's going to be a product review, essentially, of our Overland trip that we took at the end of August. And it was the IDBDR, which was the Idaho Backcountry Discovery Route. Now that takes from Jarbidge, Nevada. It takes you all the way up, snaking back and forth through the national parks of Idaho, virtually all on dirt, to the Canadian border. Roughly 1,250 miles of just, you know, various terrain types, nothing too extreme. We kind of wanted to do this to show off what it would look like for someone that's just getting into overlanding. So as far as the vehicles that we took, we had a 2018 Jeep JL that we had FabTech stealth shocks on all four corners, just the monotubes. That with the 40-inch Pro Comp MT2s with Black Mountain alloys, rock crawler, front control arms on there, adjustable. And this mini-built rooftop tent, which was a nice add. Really nice, simple setup, you know, quick and easy, breakdown as well. Sturdy, Gabe's pretty big guy, so, you know, 13 days sleeping on that, not a single problem. He was always ahead of me when we were breaking down camp for the day. And we also fitted it up with some Black Mountain LED lights with some mounts that were done by Gabe. Then we also fitted it with a CSI cooler, which is, it operates as a refrigerator and a freezer, and it's completely electrical, so you don't have to worry about ice. It had a freezer area, so you keep your meats in there. You're not having to worry about X amount of days before it's no good. You don't have to worry about sitting in lukewarm water after the ice is melted and you forgot about it. Just leave it in the cigarette lighter port all day while you're driving. At the end of the day, you get out, you unplug it, keeps it sealed, stays cold all night. Next morning, eggs for breakfast, no problem. And we had a Warren winch on the front as well. And that was just about it for the 2018 Jeep JL. That was kind of our flagship vehicle for this trip, and I was the chase truck with the 2011 F-150. And then we had Toyo AT2s wrapped around some KMC wheels, just king coilovers in the front and piggybacks in the rear. Just stock suspension components, everything else, you know, control arms, you know, the knuckles, everything. All of that was kept stock, mainly just because we wanted to show off just someone that wanted the shocks for the OEM series direct fit, and seeing how that works with the stock suspension itself. Trailmaster LED light bar that we took a piece of angle cut steel and just welded it to the front. As far as engine mod, Bully Dog BEX tuner, we put in the 92 octane tune, and just because we know we're going to encounter steep grades and stuff like that, where the truck's going to kind of struggle, higher elevations, less air. You know, obviously this is like race car talk, and it doesn't really matter that much. When you drive your rig for that long up in the mountains, you start noticing the little things. And it's nice to have those things that kind of reinstate that confidence later in the trip. Brightline's bed tent for half-ton trucks is amazing. They got those tape seams that you can latch onto the side of your bed, and it really keeps a seal in there, and you can keep heat in. You know, not a lot of wind kind of cools up underneath. And we also installed on both of our vehicles the Cobra CB radio system that has the radio actually built into the microphone. And honestly, we had no problems with it. It worked out really nicely. I mean, a lot of people feel like kind of shy away from stuff like that, where they try and simplify stuff, and they always go with the old-fashioned stuff. But can I say stuff another time? And then Jarbidge, Nevada, was our starting point. Really incredible town. Super small, has a weird ghost town vibe, but the people do not. Incredibly warm and nice. It's actually just mostly retired people that just want to be left alone. Place was like built around just the start of the 1900s. I mean, the bar that we went into was built in 1912, I believe. And just, it was amazing just to see those buildings maintained but still standing and all that stuff. And that was a good start. Had a great breakfast from these nice ladies in the diner. You know, they make some killer chicken fried steak. So if you're gonna do this route, I highly recommend maybe spending some extra time before you head out in Jarbidge, for sure. And the opening section was just flat out open sagebrush, just really loose, smooth, easy start. Nice sections where the roads were actually lined with these sunflowers, or these miniature sunflowers, I don't know. You know, the road just keeps going and going and going, and then all of a sudden we just came over this crest, and then boom, this huge valley that opened up, and you could see the Boise National Forest just at the edge. And then we kept on going up, and we hit Deadwood Reservoir. It was really beautiful. Got a nice shot there. Then we kind of snaked back east. They were heading back into the Boise National Forest. And then as we're cruising along, we started capturing more drone footage and just kind of going over these switchbacks, and you couldn't see anyone for miles. It was like 300 miles of just nothing from this mountaintop. We had one of the shock bolts came out on the jail. We're pulling back, you know, the drone's flying back to the rigs, and as Gabe's fixing his shock bolt, just an osprey comes out and swoops right in front of us. So we just took a screwdriver, put it in there, and then just wrapped some baling wire around it. And that took care of that.
She look good?
Yeah, get a picture of that.
And then eventually into the Sawtooth area. And as we're cruising through the Sawtooth area, kind of started a switchback up through, and then came back on the back side, and then the entire side of that mountain was just standing dead. It was eerie, but really cool at the same time. And that was one of the better shots that I got on the trip, which was just as I was driving along out the side of the window, being able to snap a shot of Gabe. I saw him, he was a little bit further ahead of me, kind of coming in. So the sun was just over where he was about to come around the bend, and it was kind of highlighting everything. And yeah, then set up camp, and that was a pretty low-key night. Woke up the next morning, and it was 35 degrees outside. The end of August. Well, luckily we prepared. We brought some Folgers, set that up, had coffee in the morning real quick. We were able to have a fire, which was nice. But you know, we always took care of the fires, always checked them, dug them out, made sure they were put out. You know, that's just a simple thing that you can always do. It's not that hard. And as we kept on moving up, came by this really cool rock formation, checked that out. Jesus. Cruised up to Grangeville, and then started entering in over by the Clark Fork area. Found this roundabout trail, as sort of this detour route that the GPS was putting us on. And yeah, that didn't really work out. Turned around, got out of there, and then followed this other roundabout trail, and then just kind of plopped us out by the Clark Fork. So it worked out. Then, as we're moving along, looking for camping spots, so, you know, Gabe goes down towards the river, realizes that the whole path is just dead wood. Tries it out, doesn't work out. Getting closer and closer to the Kootenai National Forest, which is kind of one of the last national parks that you kind of go through before you hit Canada, like the home stretch. You know, smooth sailing, easy going. And, you know, usually when you say stuff like that, it doesn't work, but to our surprise, it was really simple. It was really nice going through there, beautiful area. Then we hit asphalt the last 30 miles to the border. Got to take a look and kind of take it all in.
There's the border. Hey Gabe, we did it! Did it! Yeah! Hey, look at that!
Turn around, see Canada, look at your vehicle, and just have that forever. And that's a cool experience that is easy to do and easy to get into. And that's the thing. Anyone can do it. Anyone can try this stuff out. There's no requirements. There's no sign up. There's none of that. and that to me is pretty damn cool. I mean, and after accomplishing all of that, we felt like we should do a final wrap-up sort of review after we kind of put sort of a beating or some wear on the parts, to take it over to Natchez Pass over at Moon Rocks. And what we found out there is that these, I mean, obviously, and these products held up great. They ran through, tires gave good traction. Gabe was able to do one of the harder lines up there. And just seeing the JL, after all of that, just motor on through like it was starting it all over again, as if it never did it. And it's something that I feel like a lot of people can get into. And, you know, these backcountry discovery routes are all over. A lot of states have them. I feel like almost every state has one. So yeah, that was our overland trip. Oh, I also tried to rock crawl as well, but you know what happened. So be sure to like and subscribe if you liked this video. If you're still listening to me, be sure to check out our social media pages. You know, check out our website. So until next time, I guess.